everyone.
Good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the typical Wednesday show. I am your host, Robert Wallace, and we have a lot of things to talk about today, other things to discuss. This club is never without drama, never without comments, never without some kind of scandal. You know, Sometimes you feel as though you are in a soap opera. Sometimes, I don't know if to call this the born the beautiful, general hospital. For people who live in Trinidad, Calabash
Since,
Alley.
uh,
You know, hello,
since,
hello, Westwood Park. You know what I mean? So this club is just a lot of drama. But I'm not here by myself. I'm here with the ever present Devin, Mr. International. I have the biggest Philip, Big Phil. I have long time no see, Mark Lewis.
boom.
And I'm a brethren in the corner, Jason. What is the scene? What is the scene? What is the scene? J-Bone, what is the scene? What is the scene?
Well, just trying to be the CEO of United, but other than that, everything is good.
Well, I say go and send in your application.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, that's all. Go and
I
send
changed my
it.
mind. I don't want to coach United anymore. I want to own the club. I changed my mind.
Nah,
Go brave,
Well,
go brave,
you strike rich. You get 7 billion pounds.
you do?
go brave.
Yeah, well,
Please,
Maybe if I was the Prime Minister, I might have that.
Yeah.
You still might not
Well,
that.
well, as we get into this drama again, we have to start with the
The
number one
obvious.
trending thing going on.
We get it, Devin. We get it, Devin. We get it. You might keep on shifting this way.
They would- Wait now, I know what's in the background. Wait.
Yeah, it's just some guys just like drama. And so, probably Devin's real brethren, Jaden Sancho, in some therapy right now, in some stress. So, for those who not only know, we lost 3-1 to Arsenal, over the weekend. Some dubious calls, some dubious VAR decisions, but
Some shit calls.
Yeah.
but nonetheless, it was,
Language.
but after the game, Ten Hag was asked about the absence of Jadon Sancho, and in not so many words, he did state that Jadon Sancho was not up to the levels in training over the week, and because of that, he was left out of the squad entirely. He didn't even make the bench. And then a few minutes afterwards, Jadon Sancho put out a post on Instagram saying, "Don't believe everything that you read. That there's a lot of things going on around me. I've been made a scapegoat. I believe I train very well, but the other things going on. And all I want to do is play football with a smile on my face." Now, I will give my opinions last because I have very strong opinions about this. But I will ask the guys. I'll ask partner. I will start with Jonathan. I'll ask you.
Yes.
What do you what do you think about this whole situation? With Ten Hag's comments and now Jaden Sancho's rebuttal to his comments.
Right. Now, you all remember when I was praising Ten Hag. Well, it was actually, I believe, Robert and Chad, right? About Ten Hag's performance over the years and whatnot. And I had no problem with that. But what has been constant with him throughout the season, there's always some drama with him calling out players and he bent like the Ronaldo problem. You know how was upset I was for that. Like that whole thing should not even happen. You should not be picking no fight with arguably one of the greatest players in the game. You understand? Yes, we know you are the manager and you have to put on your foot and let everybody know that you're in charge. But you don't go around picking an argument with, on paper, one of the best players, one of the most successful players in the game, and you have nothing to show for it. It kind of bringing back memories of Jose, right? Remember Jose and his management skills, because Jose is the special one, so he always has the most to say to players. But really and truly, Ten Hag doesn't have anything to say. He could call out nobody on being. Let me call out Jadon Sancho and say he's a trash player. You as the manager shouldn't be calling out no player and saying this trash player. Anthony had a horrible game. You ain't talk about that. You ain't talk about Anthony years now. Since you bring Anthony ain't doing nothing. You're talking about Sancho. You're talking about Ronaldo. You don't talk about Harry Maguire. Arguably the worst player we ever had. That man beat back Johnny Evans and Phil Jones and them. And you don't talk about them, man, but you want to talk about Sancho? Nah, you don't know that. So I will pick Jadon Sancho's side on this argument here because Ten Hag on too much alala, from my opinion. He not focusing on winning games. He focusing on blaming players because at the end of the day, as the manager of a team, right? If I'm managing a business, because now they call you football manager, you're not a football coach, right? He's a manager. If I'm managing a business and that business is doing poorly, then I'm not a good manager. The reason that Arsene Wenger will go down as one of the greatest managers ever, not because of what he won, because of how he managed Arsenal FC. He managed to bring that club from owing how much ever million to being a very profitable business. So if you have nothing to say as a manager, you ain't win nothing. You ain't save the club no money. You're calling out players now. And I agree with that one.
All right. Well,
let me hear you answer that. Answer that.
I would like next on this one. I want next one.
Well, Devin, I'll ask Devin. Was it right on both sides for them to call each other out?
So what the way that I would look at this one right now is.
No, I know.
I think it was a. I think it was.
Be unbiased.
Yeah. Well, yes. So I think it was a case of bad man management from Eric Ten Hag, because one of the things that actually makes a manager very good is you have to understand different players will react differently to different situations. Like no one on here would argue if for example he was coaching Wayne Rooney. You know how Wayne Rooney would respond to that? He would score a hat trick.
Yeah,
correctly.
Here would disagree, but likewise, if you probably said something like that to Nani would probably cry. However, with that being said, I don't think it was the smartest thing in the world for Sancho to come out and put a statement like this, because now you are publicly reminding your manager.
Thank you.
So I see it as wrong on both sides. However, with that being said, Sancho is going to have to apologize publicly, because now you're making yourself seem like you're bigger than the manager and the club. And if you have like that, then what would Sir Alex always say? If you think once you get bigger than the club, you have to go. Case in point, David Beckham.
Correct.
With that being said, I have to be unbiased and be fair on this. He basically said he's not training well. Is that not also what his manager said at Borussia Dortmund? Is that not also what was said about Manchester City? And was that also not what was said about the England side as well too? So you have to start thinking that if all these different people are all saying the same thing about you and don't have any connections to each other, at some point you kind of have to take a look at yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, I need to do better. The guy's still young. The guy's only 23 or something like that. The guy still has plenty of time. He has plenty of time to save his career and do it. And I think he could do it. But I want to see him improve on his training as well. If this is what everybody's saying, prove the manager wrong. Go out there and impress and show the Sancho that we all know he's capable of being. It's as simple as that.
All right. Well, I would say that you are correct. I mean, he has to prove himself, and I think Jadon Sancho has put more eyes now on his form, because Some people say his form has been good. Some people say his form has been mediocre. The fact that Anthony starts consistently in front of you every game says something. The fact
What
that
does it say? It says that he gained pick over, and that doesn't mean he better than him or he doing better than him
no,
in training. We
but
all know
if
Ten
Yeah.
Hag, Anthony's Ten Hag baby. Remember, he coached him already, so Anthony could do the worst, and he will get started still.
well, again, that is
Well,
that
that may be touched, and we'll cover that in the next topic. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Big Phil, I mean, you let us know. I mean, what do you feel about all this madness going
Um, I can state the obvious though. Jadon Sancho's career at Manchester United is over.
Correct.
I can state the obvious. In order for Jadon Sancho to revive his career, he has to move on from Manchester United. Um, sorry. With regards to the whole Jadon Sancho and Eric Ten Hag debacle, I didn't think that what Eric Ten Hag said was out of pocket, but I think these sort of things should be kept indoor or internal, right? I think that these type of conflicts should be kept within the small group of players plus the manager. And I gotta say this right now: if you are a football player, furthermore, if you are any type of athlete and you can't take criticism, then you should find a different profession. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Play golf.
on?
Yeah, play golf,
Yeah.
play
Play
The
soccer,
critics
golf,
of that
tennis,
even worse. The
play
critics of that
swim.
even worse. If you
Go,
think.
go and swim or some kind of thing.
yeah. So
Well,
my thing, and I said this on a podcast on the weekend, is kind of giving me Mourinho and Paul Pogba vibes.
mm,
It's not escalated to that as yet, but I can see it going to that level if those two don't have a sit down within the next couple of days. Because right now, Jadon Sancho, you're not being picked for England, and you're not being picked for the first team for Manchester United. So if Jadon Sancho and Ten Hag don't come together and have some sort of middle ground talk, then I can see definitely Jadon Sancho's career being over.
It's done.
Before I end, I saw this video circulating on social media with the training of Bruno versus the training of Sancho, and you saw that Bruno was like doing his push-ups. I want to
mm,
say with correct form and aggressively,
mm.
right, and doing it like he meant the push-ups, right. And then the camera turned to Sancho in the same training session. Sancho was doing these half
Halfway. Half-ass
yeah, half
push-ups.
I'm just
Push-ups.
here. I'm just here
Yeah.
for the
You really look
style.
halfway.
So
Yeah,
I
and just get
mean,
up and walk away.
Yeah.
yeah. I think Jadon Sancho, you got to realize that you're not at Borussia Dortmund anymore. You're playing at one of the biggest clubs in the world, and you're playing at one of the most entertaining leagues in the world as well, too, right? So your attitude has to change. Not kinda, your attitude has to change. But I think that both parties, both Jaden and Eric Ten Hag, should have handled this in from there.
Yeah. Before I come to Mark, I'll go to some of these comments. Good afternoon to Martin Phillip. Martin Phillip says it was to Alex that said that with
Hmm.
Sancho, yes, say anything. And I have to agree because it is a level of respect, a level of
Mm-hmm.
I say it's fair, you know.
So Alex wasn't even going to do that.
Mm. He was just gonna
He wasn't even wasting any time to tell, as Devin said, he wasn't even going to waste his time to tell Sancho anything. Sancho will just be on the bench forever.
mm,
Because he don't know telling them that, not going to up his game. He would have do them things to Rooney, Beckham, Ronaldo, players that he know if I get them talk, they will answer me back with a goal or a hat
mm,
trick or, you understand, an excellent performance. Doing Sancho that not going to do anything.
uh, um, Courtney. Well, Courtney's saying, you know, we are being a bit harsh. Ten Hag simply answered the question. Man was
That is all the man do. That is all the man do. All the man do was answer a
I think we
question.
all saw that, by the way.
But Mark, why the media don't ask me these questions? I will tell them the same thing. I will tell them the same thing. But I am not, if I'm managing United, I'm not doing that. That's what I'm trying to say. If I'm managing Manchester United, you can't call me out on my players, you mad?
No, but what I said is, they asked the coach a question. Why Robert wasn't in the squad today? Me as the coach not going and say, well, Robert dog dead and a game time off, or you goldfish make young ones, and a game time off for that. If Robert wasn't up to the level, I feel acceptable because at the end of the day, I'm the coach.
right.
You as the player could feel you training, you having the best training week, and it's not up to the coach standard. So if the coach say, hey, Robert wasn't up to the standard for this week here,
You know, good enough.
guy, and he wasn't good enough. And guys, listen to me. Because I hear a lot of men saying Anthony playing shit since he reached. Yes, me ain't saying no. But what Sancho do? Men balling Sancho had a good
He get a proper chance. He get a proper chance.
But before Anthony come, Sancho was there before.
But he still wasn't getting a proper, like, they say he get to start 10 games in a row. That never happened.
At the end of the day, these players and them spoil. Shows can't spoil them.
You know.
He could not play under Mourinho.
No.
Nah.
Under Mourinho.
He wasn't getting picked. He wasn't getting start. He wasn't getting start at all.
Shows can't spoil these players and them. Them men and them get spoiled into doing what they want and having player power. As Devin say, player power. We going straight back into that. You understand? Yes. All right. Ten Hag say that. Okay, he don't say it. You know as a player, honor their emotions and send out a tweet or wherever.
Yeah, because Mark, as I say, this is the younger generation, you know. Like, remember, as Sancho is only 23, you know. This is what they do: social media, everything, tweet. That would they do.
They don't think. You just create a whole big snowball.
Correct. They don't think. They don't.
They don't think. Sancho create a big snowball, and that going to hamper his career. Before Sancho thing, I did never know Sancho he had problems at Dortmund with reference to training attitude.
But now you know.
But he put his spotlight on himself now. He put his spotlight on himself now.
No, you.
I curious though because Ten Hag called out Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford.
Marcus Rashford responded by scoring the next match.
Right, correct. I remember that.
Yes.
Same match.
So he scored 2 next match. A double.
He also publicly admitted he was late.
He
admitted it. He owned up to it right away and responded the correct way. That is exactly how I want to see every single.
The thing is, I mean, if you watch this comment here by Paul, I mean, he was saying that Anthony was benched right after, and then no.
When Anthony do it, in a wrong thing and he get pulled up.
Yeah, I think he spun twice and kicked the ball out of bounds. Like that. I think that's what it was.
And he get back game after.
That one instance. Anthony just be playing under par almost every game, and he will still get to play.
Well, right, under par better than Sancho under par.
And
if he under par, and he's and he's still starting in front of Sancho. If you playing Lala and I playing Lala, but your Lala better than mine. You can start, no you?
Yeah. So I have to read out this one, right? I have to read out this comment here.
Yeah.
And nothing more giving a man a whole 3 months off with pay to get himself right. And this is the thanks he gets. Now, I mean, people don't, I mean, we don't take things like mental health issues lightly, right? We don't do that. But it seems to me that there are a lot of weak-minded players on this team, you know, and we as fans, we felt sorry for him. We gave him the time. We gave him a whole 3 months. He
Yeah.
came back. We gave him even more time to come back in the team. Your performances weren't that good, but we gave you time because you said that you had um, some problems, some issues, and the whole club took you and took care of you. But there comes a point where you cannot just rely on that anymore. You have to now move from that and do more. And I believe that Ten Hag has just gotten to a point where he is just fed up. He is tired of the poor performances, the bad attitude in training, and this is now the results. Because you cannot expect the man just to have patience forever and ever with you.
Mm.
Because if you have time to go online with Marcus and your friends, then you should have time to come and train. Because you have to understand the club is what brought you here. The club has you lying in these parties, you know, wearing your clothes, driving fancy cars. All of this thing is the club. Manchester has brought you this. He's getting paid 350 a week. So
I
I
could do
One thing I realize about athletes these days, Robert,
mm,
whenever they're not playing up to par, the first thing they
Mental
want to do
health.
is blame it on mental
Mental
health.
health.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the first thing they want to do it on. You can't just accept
No,
that you're playing
but,
poor.
And nothing
but
else.
Robert,
You
me
know what
and
the worst part about that is?
me
To
and
me,
disagree with Robert. I
that
agree
is
with what
the same
Robert
thing.
saying.
That's the same thing when they claim mental health as when you see false rape allegations, whether it's against a man or a woman. And it also now it makes you think twice about somebody who actually did happen to or actually did suffer that mental health thing. And that's something that I have an issue with big time.
I will
Mm,
tell you. I will tell you one thing before. I will tell you one thing. Right. We as football fans, in the moment off the pitch, we do care about mental health, but on the pitch, that's not going through our mind. Because when you
no.
miss a sitter, we're not saying, ah, he's
I
going through
have
some,
problem. Yeah.
he's going through some problems at home, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna let that slide. No, I'm gonna curse you. I'm gonna curse you.
You
That's what
will
you
get
do.
cursed.
You're gonna
Hmm.
get cursed.
Hmm. Very
Yeah.
much. And again, I mean, as Paul said here, he had a good end of the season,
Yeah.
and and Ten Hag's criticism of Anthony's play made Anthony better. Now, if you want to compare the two players, player for player, yes, maybe Sancho may be more talented than Anthony, but Anthony
Yeah.
works
You think-
harder.
yeah.
Hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because people want to take the side of Sancho, yes, but then people forget, when a young Ronaldo came here, yes, he had talent for
Real
a very
stuff.
long time,
Yeah.
but at some point his hard work had to come into place. Rooney was the next one. All of the greats, they had to work hard. It's not enough, just to have talent. You know.
Well, even Ronaldo commented on that, like in that interview, that there was something
Mhm.
that he said that I agreed 100% with, where he said the youth today don't take advice from those who actually did it.
No.
That they're more
And
focused on their brand or stuff like that than actually putting in the work. And I think obviously, like we don't agree with him publicly calling up the manager like that, but he was spot on with that.
Mhm.
yeah.
Very much. And I do have to agree with Martin Phillip here. He has been making problems since City. So now I have to ask all of you something. Well, before we move on to the next topic, I have to ask all of you something. Do we have to not just take into consideration the player's skill, but now the player's mental before we buy players now?
Their mentality, you have to. I would say yes. Like they're talented as well, but at the same time, you have to see what their mentality is like if they can handle the pressure of playing for Manchester United. Because
Yeah.
this is not like playing for another
Guys,
club. This is every single that you are going to do is going to be magnified on a scale that you've probably never seen before, whether it's good or bad. And if you get into the bad, how can you handle it? Because you're going to see a bunch of hate stuff coming at you, and that can really have a big effect on you. So you need to know the person can actually handle that before they put on that top, because that shirt is a lot heavier than a lot of the other shirts that the teams wear.
No, Mark, I want to hear your answer to this because you are a coach, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you should be able to answer this question the best out of all of us. Should we consider when we sign in a player their mental health as well as their talent?
Yeah.
That's exactly what Robert just asked.
No, but I want to hear Mark's answer. That's what I mean. I just want to hear Mark's answer.
Yeah, you should consider it because, as Devin said, if I go and sign you, and Robert was your manager, I go and buy you from Robert Club. I will find out your background, how is the attitude in training.
Right.
Yeah, how is the attitude in training, how you respond under pressure.
What time they come to training and thing, how laid back did they stay, the effort.
Yeah, you get background. I already know you have the talent. Everybody know that. But it's the attitude to go with the talent. Because some players will have talent, and boy, I don't care, boy. You have to pick me because I talented.
Yeah. So, let me give you my take on this, Mark. When we are just regular people on a YouTube blog here, right?
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag is an actual paid professional coach. They learned this already, right? They actually have scouts to do the same thing that we're talking about. So when the scout comes to report to him, the scout will have a report. This is what he could do. There's a breakdown of how good he is with dribbling, how good he is with this, how good he is with his mentality, how he has deal with like when they 1-0 down. They have all that to know. It have a criteria, it have a scoreboard for that to know. So when we signed Jadon Sancho, Eric Ten Hag knew exactly what type of person he was. So that's why Devin was saying is right. He's supposed to know that he's not the right person.
Didn't sign him.
And Ten Hag didn't sign him.
Exactly.
But they will have a report on how he is. They will have that. You know the kind of person. You're not going to just bring him out. Even though you come and you meet all these players, you will go through, all right, these are you know how to deal with them. That is what management is. If I come to manage a company, I am my workers here. I want to know what you could do, what Robert could do, what Devin could do, what Mark could do. I want to know what all they're capable of.
Right. But it also our coaches. All right. You know, if you going to respond good under pressure, I'll try the way Ten Hag tried before. All right. I'll get time off. Yes. It's not a regular job site. A regular problem worker. All right. I'll get the time off thing to sort out yourself. You take the time, you come back, and I see the same thing. Ten Hag probably say, all right, as Robert said, fed up, let me try a different approach now.
No, what the approach now is just a slap in your face.
Yeah.
I guess it's something.
No, big man, that was really like a slap in the face he get him. That was a slap.
I want to hear Phil, Jonathan.
Yeah.
When you're signing a player, you're looking more for a player's attitude towards them training on. I'm sorry, you're looking for a player's attitude, training, and their attitude on the field, right? I think mental health then kicks in when they are faced with like a massive scenario while they were signed at the club before or while you signed them, right? I don't think you look for mental health straight away. I think mental health is something that you will pick up on when a player does certain things time after time after time again, right? So you're looking for a player's attitude, like you just said. If he is he the first one at training? Is he the last one to leave? Is he the one that's always like doing more drills than expected? Is he the one that's always giving more than 100%? That's what you're looking for when you're signing a player, right? Obviously, the talent is there that you can watch and have scope to see, right? But in terms of mental health, I think that's something that you would recognize whilst you've signed the player, right? So,
True.
Well, I mean, we have to wait and see. I mean, how this whole thing develops.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, but again, all of these things are again too many distractions. But thank God we have an international break of 2 weeks. So hopefully by this time they can find some kind of solution. But Ten Hag has more problems because now we have to talk about some more allegations, some more things have come up now with Anthony. We left Mason Greenwood, and now this problem again has reared its ugly head, with Anthony and his girlfriend. Now, I want to spend too much time, on this because I think this is just a topic of. I just think that this is happening a little bit too much. Um, but I will come to Devin first because I think Devin has his input. Devin, I mean, do we need all this drama right now again?
No, we do not. Um, it's it goes along with what I was mentioning a little bit earlier, where you see a lot of times where people accuse people of, especially athletes, they get accused of all these things, and how many of them have actually led to a conviction?
None.
The
None.
last one I can really think of that actually led to a conviction was Adam Johnson. To be very honest, if you're really thinking that far
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Uh,
That was the
however,
last one.
however, with that being said, I am still in the belief, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Manchester United player. I will say the same thing about a whole bunch of other ones. You could say about Thomas Partey as well. It is innocent until proven guilty.
Proven guilty.
Not guilty in the law of public opinion, innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. And that is something that I have this issue with right now, which is why I also thought like the second that the club came out with this one statement, like involving the Greenwood situation, where I'm like, now you're taking the court of public opinion more over than what happened in the court of law. Let's put it this way, he was not found guilty. Therefore, I still stand by innocent until proven guilty. Yes, the case was just dropped, but he still was not found guilty.
Mhm.
And so when it comes to this one, is it comes around to this again now, it's the same thing. Innocent until proven guilty. But the issue that I have now is because of the precedent that was set with Greenwood. It seems now, in order to be fair, you have to do that with him as well now too.
The same,
That's why upsetting me right now because we lost one of our best young players to old talk, and it's looking like now we go and lose one of our worst players to old talk. So yeah, let me get rid of Anthony. He could go ahead.
But the
He
next,
could
the
go ahead.
next issue that I have with this
He
now,
could go ahead.
and especially with as good as you have with for people with Photoshop and things like that now, anybody could come out there now. They could fake your
Yeah,
voice. They could create video clips,
yeah,
they create scenes, and just create some video because they don't like you or whatever. Or it could be somebody from an ex team just faking a video to try and get the court of public opinion against that player to get them canceled. And so this is where I have this issue with cancel culture coming in with this. And again, court of law over law of public opinion. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
the same, the same way these football clubs to scout these players on talent and attitude. These football players gotta be scouting these potential partners based on attitude as well, too, man. Because I'm not gonna lie, there are some red flags that we as men ignore. Honestly,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
there are some red
Yes.
flags, but you
Yeah,
can't
but
let all those
why?
red
Hold on,
flags.
is
Why
that
do
red
we
flag or red
ignore
woman?
them?
Which one is
Why?
it?
Oh, he
Red
did.
flag or red woman? Oh lord.
Devin sound like a Trinidad boy. Wait, no way.
I sound like a West Indian, not a Trudy.
Nah, but all I mean, just back to my comment, right? Like I said, we gotta, not we, but I would say men in general would definitely have the worst end of the stick when it comes to a woman accusing you of certain things,
uh,
because the way how society is, we point fingers first and ask questions later, right? Now, I am not on either side of Anthony or Anthony's girlfriend. I just want to see how this plays out, or not or and if we will retain Anthony, because right now he's been dropped from the
Yes.
Brazil
Mm-hmm.
national team. Apparently, a couple of stakeholders have met with Manchester United to discuss the potential of dropping Anthony from the Manchester
Mm-hmm.
United team as well.
Yeah, they're already looking to do that.
Yeah, who knows?
But
Getafe may sign
but
Anthony as well too. So yeah,
but Big Phil, back to I just want to touch on one thing it said just now, and I find it was so on point.
Yeah.
It's like us as men, we need to safeguard our eggs, you know. You see these women coming here and just trying to snatch up your eggs. Now, these players, and this come down to your mental strength, your mental fortitude again, eh? We as men have to know, hey, you're going out there, you can't just go and just be willy-nilly out there like Gabriel and just go with 100 girl. And you understand, you have to be real careful what girls you're going with now because as Spider-Man said, with great power comes great responsibility.
So,
So you can't just
I
be going out there. Use a Manchester United player, you are no longer just
Yeah.
Anthony
I
anymore.
can tell. Before you land, Mark. I can keep it short. I can say something right now. Me as a man, there are certain professions I don't date. I don't date personal trainers. I don't date bartenders. I don't
Right.
date flight attendants. And
Right.
I can name a list of professions that women are in that I will never date. As I've told many men, if she has OnlyFans, you are not her only man. Okay. Over to you, Mark.
I would agree with that last statement that you said there. However, I could tell you guys one thing.
Oh,
One thing, like
God.
especially being a former collegiate athlete myself, and I could tell you we had lessons on this right now because like we used to laugh about this all the time. Where you would see the same like because we had separate dormitories from everybody else. And we'd
Mm.
laugh because you would see the same girls coming in and out every single night, coming out of different rooms, different basketball shorts each time, thing like that. And you're like, you knew exactly what they were trying to do. And it was a shame because it was like when they actually got what they wanted to do, and you saw it ruin that athlete's life completely
Yeah.
because they thought this girl thought the guy was going to go pro and get all this money, so they're thinking, yeah, let me go and try and get him early. Let me
Inside.
try and get half an hour early. And I'm not saying that all women are like that, so nobody go
Uh,
with that either. But I'm saying that you do have that, and you have to be taught there, like you need to be taught how to choose your woman very wisely.
Mhm.
That is the biggest thing
Correct.
of all. And on that note, the other thing that we were taught is when you if you so choose, because you know because what she's giving you is just irresistible. You better wrap it up with your own brand. Do not use
Mhm.
hers.
Mhm.
We
So
had
like
there's a
We
saying back in
even, we ain't
there's
reach
a,
there, but in
there
general,
was an ad there was
we
an
even
ad
like
back
reach
in
to that. Just
Barbados
ignore them. Let's
there
go
was
home and say, can have a good night
an ad
and go
back
your
in
way.
Barbados that used to
Mhm.
say, "It's your wicket protected."
yep.
Yes.
Correct, yeah. Have a good night, Miss Saigon. Yeah, is it?
As we used to call them when I was going to school and playing football for school.
And when you finish as well, you make
Yeah.
sure you get rid of
Yeah.
You put
piece
pepper
Evidence.
sauce.
Yeah, the
on your own.
evidence.
Do not leave her to get rid of it. You get rid of that yourself. You do whatever you need to
You put
do.
this pepper sauce in
You
the
can put the pepper
drink.
sauce in it. Yeah, you can take one from Drake. So if you want, but
We used to
Oh
call
my.
cheese.
but at the end of the day, it's again, um, your partner, wife, significant other, whatever you want for that one night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to weigh the pros and cons.
Mhm.
Right? Like just because that one night could be looking that one night could cost you the rest of your life. And plain and simple, good or bad as you take it.
Mhm.
Oh, that way.
These girls and them, as we used to say in school, we used to call them season girls. Football in season, they're dealing with only football. As football done, cricket in season, they're going with a cricket
Cricket
ball.
playing.
As cricket done, basketball start, they're going with a basketball. No,
Oh.
you might be fortunate that you're playing cricket, football, and basketball, you might get through.
Oh.
Stay with you. These girls out, these girls out there now, especially in like England and Brazil and Spain and wherever, these girls looking for living.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because I see a man say, Mason Greenwood girl is to blame. And men start up saying, how is she is to blame? So who posts up the pictures, Mason Greenwood?
No.
He posts up pictures on himself. All right, boom. Look at, before the show starts, I see a thing where Anthony's girlfriend say the club now was trying to cover up the story all the time. We don't know how true that is, thing. But as I say, as Devin say, innocent until proven guilty. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
if they keep, if the thing and the get rid of Greenwood, and the job Greenwood he was playing, you have to do the same thing with Anthony. So if you don't go do the same thing with Anthony, it have men going to fly from Trinidad and pick the team across there and drop Anthony.
Yeah.
It have men waiting to see Anthony get dropped. In saying that now, we had a study, all right, Anthony get dropped. The club are player shortened.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah.
At the end of the day, we ain't studying the football, we just studying
Right
it.
now we just talk with emotions because he playing crap. But when you really come down to brass tacks, we go in and be a player short.
We not be a player short. And I can understand men want the same job because he playing crap. But when you look at the humane side of it, they them to protect themselves too. And vet the girls and them take better girls out there. You feel as though in Trinidad, girl looking for living, them looking for living more out there.
Yeah, because them look at the money they're making.
Exactly. Them looking for the living out there. So these guys I don't know what they're doing too. Yeah, son. Protect your assets. You got to protect the McNugget.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to protect your eggs. You
Yeah,
have to put the head on top of the eggs, make sure.
son. You have to know where to do it. No, it's started saying I jump to Anthony will get suspended. Because the club don't want that sort of pressure because they done
Yeah. But
spend
as
Greenwood.
Devon was saying, that's so annoying right now, Mark. Imagine that somebody could just come and be like, hey, Robert Gal, Robert Gal come and say, Robert beat me up last night. I said, Robert getting dropped, and I said, your contract done, all your endorsements gone. That is crazy. That's crazy thing.
It's only crazy because we don't have laws in place that
Exactly.
if the
Because
person accuses you of the grape word or SA, you can go to prison. So if a woman accuses any of us here of R or SA and she's found to
You
be
could just get
writing,
charged one time, and
you
that's
get
the
yes,
problem
charged and you go to
because
prison.
the same point. If all right, we in Trinidad here, I work with police, I think, and police telling me a woman could come and say that you slap shit or you beat you up.
and you get in charge one time.
They lock up, police come and lock you up without
Yeah.
anything. You come you go in and get locked up.
Yeah.
You went and get locked up and then have
This old talk on a Sunday, boy. This old
Yeah,
talk.
way.
yeah,
Old talk, boy.
You
Anyway,
know.
But
that,
Well,
that's just sad. That is sad. And I
yeah,
think
well,
that is a serious injunction that I think they need to fight against. Not just because that law is kind of similar all over the world. That is
all
why I
over.
see all these shippiness be going on.
Yeah.
mm.
It
well,
really sad. But at the end of the day, as I say, we're going to be a player short
well.
in a already difficult season.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
at our Champions League group. Look at our Champions League group. Watch that.
Oh,
You kind of football we play now. We go Champions League next week. Boy.
Yes.
Boy.
Like,
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy.
as the best, choose your partners wisely.
yeah.
Choose wisely.
Especially as a professional athlete.
Always choose wisely. Now, speaking of choices, this is something that I have to say is a very, very poor choice. Marcus Rashford has been snubbed by the Ballon d'Or. Not
Again.
even a nomination.
And that Odegaard there.
And I have,
I
Boy,
mean, nah, you can't question Odegaard. Odegaard had an excellent season,
well,
though.
like
You can't,
the list,
he had a better season than Rashford. You
now
don't
the
fight on
list,
him.
now
but
the
as
list includes,
Mark said, what he win?
but the
He
list,
win
right?
nothing, but
The list.
he play better than Rashford. I can tell you that.
Well, but remember, right? Ballon d'Or is not just performance; it's about achievements,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
right? And there are a lot of players on that list who won no trophies. The fact that even Lionel Messi
I
is
got, I got, I got, I
is
got
on
the
the list.
full, I got the full list here, Robert. If you want me to read
Yeah,
it out.
Coley is there first, Phil, when I get a chance.
Yeah.
All right. So Julian Alvarez. I mean, won a World Cup and the treble.
Treble. No question.
Nicolo
Yeah.
Barella. He came. He at Inter Milan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jude Bellingham. I don't know what he did.
No.
Nothing.
Kareem
Nothing.
Benzema.
Time for real.
As
Yeah.
Kareem was.
Mm,
Yassine Benu. Don't know who that is.
mm.
Kevin De Bruyne. Well,
Right.
trouble.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course, of course.
Ruben Diaz. Trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
Antoine
Yeah.
Griezmann.
What did he do?
Who?
Antoine Griezmann.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Went back Atletico.
Ike Gundogan. Trouble. Josko Gardeval. Don't know what he did.
No.
The next two names, Erling Haaland and Harry Kane. I
Right.
guess
Yes, of course.
in there.
Of course.
Rando Kolo Muani, who missed that chance in the World Cup to win for France. I don't know why he's there.
Mm.
The guy that I'm about to call next, I do not know how to pronounce any of his first or last name, but he's from Napoli, and I call him Kvaradona. He plays on the left.
Mm.
He's from Georgia. He
Right.
had a good season last season, but not better than Rashford.
Was he first name?
So I call him Kvaradona because he has similar moves to Maradona.
I know it's a long name, but I think it's, let me see if I remember who it is.
Kvaratskhelia or something like that.
Oh yeah, boy. I see him on FIFA. He's very bad on FIFA.
Right. So Robert
Right, yeah, look at him.
Robert Lewandowski,
Mm-hmm.
Emiliano Martinez World Cup, Lautaro Martinez World Cup, Mbappe is Mbappe, Lionel Messi World Cup. Kim Min-jae had a great. Kim Min-jae was voted defender of the season in Serie A, so I kind of get that. Luka Modric, I don't get that.
Nope.
Luka Modric, Musiala,
Martin
Odegaard.
Odegaard, Andre
What?
Onana.
Wait. Onana there?
Yeah.
All you don't remember that. I ready to go my bed, yes? I ready to go my bed now.
I have to ask a question.
They got a goalkeeper on the list.
No, I have to ask a
But
question.
Onana ain't win nothing. Onana ain't win nothing.
What's the question you got to ask, Robert?
No. Out of that whole list, you tell me that now one of those players can be removed for Marcus Rashford.
Oh, plenty
Who
players
had
can remove for Marcus
his
Rashford.
what
Yeah.
one of his best.
Onana, the first one they could take off is Onana because what he even doing?
Don't do
I
that.
taking out Jude Bellingham.
Onana, right?
No. Onana was the team. Onana had a very good defense in front of him. Let me be real. It is not no stupid defense he had. So
Okay,
him as a goalkeeper performance is not no exceptional nothing. That's nothing exceptional about that.
Rando Kolo Muani. Come on, behave. I taking out
Antoine Griezmann.
yeah, I call Antoine
Yeah,
Griezmann.
Griezmann could come out. Muani and all could come out.
Emiliano Martinez is another one.
Yeah. Well, Napoli. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, Napoli won.
Well, yeah, we know they won. We know that, but
Yes, and Victor Osimhen is in there. And Victor Osimhen, that's why Victor Osimhen is in there.
Yeah.
And Inter did win.
Yeah.
They won the trophy.
But the top five strikers in the Champions League or in the world at that time were Lewandowski, Victor Osimhen,
Right.
and Marcus Rashford, top three.
Right.
I don't see why
Harry Kane as well too, I think.
You know the winner game Messi that time.
Yeah.
Now,
oh god, we know that.
no,
Olene Van Gaal say it was a conspiracy for them to win.
I just don't understand why like why we're even taking this seriously because we all know somehow Messi's gonna win it anyway.
No,
So that's kind of my thing about this right now.
all them showing up.
My question to all of you is this, right?
Because he going and get I wasn't going.
Yes. Now, Messi did win the World Cup, yes, correct, right?
It was a conspiracy for him to win. That wasn't they give him it. That's what Van Gaal said. I didn't say that. Van Gaal said.
We that as a
I think
right? No, now with PSG, what did he really accomplish with PSG, and was he a main player in PSG success?
So,
no.
but again, we all know somehow that is going to happen. That he's gonna somehow. But like it's and I can't believe that I'm about to say this right now. You know what? This is going to be another example of when Robert Lewandowski should have won the Ballon d'Or for a certain player.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the
This
name.
is exactly what one of my game this year. Correct.
It's going to be another example of that coming up.
This is going to be another example of
Yes.
a player who has
Because
won
when
a
Lewandowski was
treble
supposed to
and
win it,
Lionel
they
Messi.
gave Messi it. And now,
I was
all right.
not saying the
So,
name, Phil. I was not saying the name.
Well, Greg has a question for you. What do you have against Onana?
right. So, as I said from the beginning, it's not like he came to us as being like, okay, goalkeepers, if they don't have good defenders in front of them, you get to see the true quality because, hey, you have to stop more shots. He had a good defense in front of him. He didn't have that much to worry about. He good with his legs. Yes, after the game, I clap for that. But let me look at the performances thus far in the Premier League. Like, dog, simple saves. Just I saving that. Big man thing, I
He
saving
also
that
had
thing.
the best Champions League defender in front of him named Romelu Lukaku. So let's not forget that as well too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Lukaku playing the
I
timber.
know with seeing Greg's statement here now, I will ask all of you, who honestly deserves to win Ballon d'Or this year?
Do I
Right, so
have to
that
say
I
the
was
name?
not one of the same thing. We know they're going to give
Do I
Messi,
have
but
to say the
who
name?
is
Do I have
our
to say the
Ballon
name?
d'Or?
Yeah.
Do I have to say the name?
One
Go ahead.
name.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Go ahead.
Kevin De Bruyne is a good show for Ballon d'Or. No, it's not, that's actually a good
Remember,
show.
this question is
It's unfortunate, but yeah, it's going to have to be the Viking.
Haaland. Because to me, I mean, I would say
I
the
would
same.
give Alan a two. He like first season in
I
Premier
hate to
League.
say it, but like who else really stood out the way that
Yeah.
he did on all competitions?
He broke like what 3 records this season. I mean, sorry, last season. Two.
The only thing that he
Alan
didn't
first,
that he didn't go
he
after was the
scored the
World Cup
most.
because Norway did not qualify. But
Mm,
that is the only thing against him. But apparently that was enough to put Messi in here, and it's probably enough to make him win it. So
Like,
unfortunately.
I hate to say this as a United fan, but I have to be unbiased.
yeah.
No, I
Like
agree with
I
you. I
said,
think Alan deserves it
You know,
because
like I
he
said,
shined more than De Bruyne. He did shine more than De Bruyne. He did.
like I said,
yeah.
this is going to be another situation of a person or a player who won the treble and it still goes to Lionel Messi.
Won the
That's all.
Yeah.
league when he scored the
I
free
have to
kick. Early
ask.
point coming down to one of the final games.
Now, I have to ask you, Sukon. I mean, which
Mhm.
player are you referring to? So, the
Mhm.
comment
Yeah,
below, let us know which player are you referring to.
that's true, Saquon. That's
Um,
true.
Greg is asked. I mean, Greg is saying about the hair. I mean, he did allow some dubious passes, but I have to
Greg, you wicked, yes? You real wicked, Greg B. You real
but I have
wicked.
to come back to his comments. I mean, you can't really argue with Holland because to me, he came to England
Dominated.
and dominated,
Yeah,
and that was it. I mean, there was no, actually had people like myself.
Yeah, I think Alan deserves it. I
You
think he
know,
deserves it. I
because
really
again,
think he deserves it.
We
I
all think
remember.
He came first season as the first foreign player to come and score goals and in the first season too. And then you win Champions League, you win the league, you win a treble. Come
and
on,
was he not
can't
also
go wrong
leading
with
goal
that.
scorer in Champions League as well too? I think.
But I do remember on a show last season. I mean, I did say that Haaland will come to England and score maybe 15 goals. I said that, and I was very wrong. He came and he destroyed everyone.
15 goals is 5 hat tricks.
Yeah,
But that's probably how many hat tricks he
And by
had
the way, how many
last
hat tricks
season.
did he score? Was it like 7 or something like that? He
Yeah.
scored
yeah, yeah. He has like seven
it's
now.
something.
He has like seven. Yeah,
Unfortunately, one of them was against us. But it's just like,
yeah.
man,
I think he is.
yeah.
I believe Aguero has the most with 12 in the EPL. I
I
believe so.
think no, I think Holland passed it.
You sure?
Let me
Because
go
I
that.
know I saw on Match of the Day they were talking about the hat tricks, and I think is I believe it's Sergio Aguero,
Yeah, it
Alan
is Aguero.
Shearer,
Aguero has 12.
okay.
yeah, Alan Shearer, Aguero. I think also Michael Owen, and I believe Robbie Fowler still has more than him. But I can't remember.
Oh, now,
Yeah,
All right, Holland has 5.
5, yes.
Well, actually, no, 6 now because he just
Yes.
scored on the weekend as well
Right.
too.
And I do believe he will score 6 more by next week. I believe.
Right, no, sorry, I stand correct. He has 5, including this last weekend.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
There's 6 coming soon.
because
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
I do not want to see Man City versus Luton. I don't want to see it. I think that game will be an absolute massacre. I will feel very, very sorry for Luton Town. But I will say this. For everyone who plays FPL,
You have
when
no idea how many triple captains are coming that week. Forget double game weeks. It is when everybody has that
Was
one.
it possible? I don't play FPL, but was it possible to captain Haaland, Son, and Ferguson in the same week?
No. You could have had all 3 in the same team, but you could only
But-
captain one.
But how much was somebody? How much points would somebody get if they had Haaland, Ferguson, and Son that same week?
So you normally if you score a hat trick and play the full 90, you get 20 points. If you
Okay.
captain him, then you'll get 40. If you triple,
Well-
if you use your triple captainship on that one, you get 60. So realistically, let's say you had all 3, and then you captain one of them. So then you'd be looking at 40, 80 points.
yeah, because I got 40 from Holland alone.
Now if you triple captain one of them along the way as you did that, that's 100 points right off the bat.
Yeah.
Just off of 3 players.
I agree. Luton just failed it. That game was
The only saving grace Luton may have is whenever that matches, if City or have a midweek Champions League match or something like that where they have to rotate the side.
yeah.
But unless that is the case, when they
I
play
wonder.
them at home,
I wonder
when they
what's the
play
odds
them
for
at
that
home,
Luton game.
oh
Man.
Lord.
I wonder what's the odds
Oh,
the payout
Lord.
for that Luton win. That odds might be crazy.
I personally will put on $100 on Luton the draw.
Yeah, no, I know thinking about it. Yeah, I was studying what's the odds. Like if you put 100 on Luton and they just football's so funny. They just somehow just pull off these kind of random results and they just have to just.
That would be a bigger upset than Leicester City winning the title.
True, eh?
Yeah, boy.
Very true.
It have people become millionaires off of that Leicester winning the Premier League. That people in England became millionaires from that.
That whole season I say, all right, they was the fourth,
Yeah, I waited for them to drop at least start a drop point, but like they're just winning all the games like normal.
And the worst part is that they started off slow. They're not even hitting their. Look at how many injuries they have already too, and they're still finding ways. So when those players come back too.
Well, we just got we just brought in a couple of new players. We brought in Amrabat. Finally on loan.
Finally.
You brought in the machine.
We saw a little small preview, of Hoyland. So guys, let me know. What did you make of Hoyland this weekend?
Gabriel Martinelli next.
Amrabat could bring to this team.
Oh, they didn't hear what Bentner had to say about Hoyland. Or they didn't see the article and the tweet. He said he was very impressed. I don't know if he was trolling us. Okay, he's an Arsenal man. I don't know if he was like trolling or if he was actually being genuine. Because I know he's a Denmark player too. So I don't know if he was actually supporting him as a fellow Dane.
Who was it that said that?
Bentner from Arsenal. Remember, they both from Denmark, right?
Lord Bentner.
Yes, the Lord, the Dean.
Lord Bentner. Oh wow.
Lord Bentner, yes. His Majesty, yes. His Majesty said that he was impressed by his pace, his power, and his strength. I don't know how you could get so impressed in 20 minutes. I see, yes, I saw some this guy needs to start, but I'm gonna say, hey, he have to start next game. I'm not saying that, but now that Anthony technically
he started next game for me though. He started next game for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now that basically Anthony get cancelled, he has to start now. And now we go in and see if Bentner was right.
We gonna find out how good he is when he goes up against Estupiñán. So we can find out soon.
Well, that he can perfect test there. He get any perfect test. And now on top of that, we under added pressure. We now take a humiliating defeat at the hands of our baby brothers. So now is he perfect? If he could come in this next game here and score, Bentner is a boss. I like to say.
This man Ian Wright said that too. He was impressed with it.
He was very unlucky to not get a penalty called.
Yeah.
And I tell a man back with me. I say, because I say the man come on and get more touches than Anthony Marshall in a couple minutes, then back with me.
No, but that's true. That's true. Mark, I didn't even realize that.
The man come on and get more touches than.
Yeah, he was looking real active.
I can't wait to see him on set pieces. That we finally
he is
have
good at set pieces.
A tall forward who he can actually target and set pieces and actually knows how to use his head.
He good at headers. He very good at them header set pieces. He real good at that.
What I like about Hoyland is that, like, obviously he's young, he's fresh blood, and his hold up and physical play. Right. So I mean,
Mark, he's only 20, you know.
Yeah.
He's only 20. He could get bigger than that. Imagine he now coming to the Premier League, one of the most physical leagues in the world. Imagine him in about 6 months with a little training and a little playing against those bigger guys. He gonna get real strong.
Them gonna more. He gonna get.
Yeah. I like his physical presence, and definitely he being physical.
He knows to use his body.
You already got one check for the EPL already, right? So
I like how he knows how to use his body. He knows how to use his body well.
Yeah.
Yes, because I would say
straight to put your body on the line.
Yeah.
In that
like
game,
that.
he did come on and he gave us an option in front. You know, I mean he was not big for nothing, you know, he was not like Peter Crouch, but he's just big for nothing.
That's how what?
Yeah.
Why that comparison of us? Everybody.
You forget Veghorst.
Was that what I'm saying? Like, you pass Weghorst to talk about Crouch? You pass Weghorst to talk about Crouch? Look at what Weghorst do last year. Nothing.
No. See,
all I will say is Veghorst is the shortest giant I've ever seen when it comes to a header.
Yeah.
That is just
Waste of time, man. Waste of time.
Waste of height.
That was a waste of time.
Waste of height.
You know, and
I loved his dedication, but just a waste of height.
Yeah, and
he just had energy and no ability. That come like if they send me to play for Manchester United, they gain that energy from me. I mightn't be the best player, but they gain that energy from me for sure. You gain the effort, 100.
I tackling the referee, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You gain that from me. But what I was saying, he really do nothing special in my opinion.
And with Amrabat now coming in, you know.
I'm interested to see Amrabat and Casemiro. That's going to be a problem.
Cover. You could rotate the defensive midfielder.
Yeah, that's going
on. He can dribble as well too.
Yeah, that way Amrabat going to bring some sort of stability to the midfield and balance.
No, if I was Ten Hag, I would play them together, you know. Them together and Bruno Fernandes up top. I think that makes sense because Amrabat could actually bring the ball forward.
Yeah.
And Casemiro, they're similar players. They're deep line defensive midfielders, you know, but they're actually good with the ball.
Yeah. One go, one stay, one go, one stay.
Yeah. That could work. Especially our defense in shambles right now. That's the obvious move for me. If I was the coach, I was going to do that. Put two of them together.
This may sound a bit controversial, but if everybody is fit, I would play a midfield of maybe Bruno, Amrabat, and possibly Kobe Manu.
If everybody fit.
So what? So you benching Casemiro?
I benching Casemiro.
By the way, I just want to highlight Amrabat right now, especially what Fabrizio said about him, where he said, if Sofiane Amrabat joins, I hope Manchester United fans will be very respectful with him because he has been waiting and fighting to join them since June.
Yeah. He was holding out on that deal. He was holding out on it. Just didn't want to pay the money.
All I got to say is that us on the panel we're waiting down. All of us on the panel were waiting for Devin to show the picture of him at Amrabat now.
Yes,
No,
where
but
is it?
Amrabat,
Where is it?
you know what the Glazers were
where's the
doing?
Amrabat picture?
You know what
And all
the Glazers were doing
Don't
this.
worry, don't worry. When I go out for Champions League, it'll come. Don't worry.
All right,
sure.
very good, very good.
We could have signed Amrabat since earlier. As the Glazers were doing this.
Yeah.
No money. Tongues
No.
in a bottom. No money.
Just to answer Robert's question with regards to what Amrabat brings, Amrabat is going to play a similar role to what Conte did for both Chelsea and Leicester, where he's just back and forth, back to back, like a midfielder, right? So looking forward to that. It will definitely assist Casemiro in the midfield because Casemiro is 30, 31 years old, and he can't do it himself anymore.
Can't do it by yourself.
No.
Can't do it by
So the same way a young Casemiro was able to help Luka Modric.
Correct. He was able to do the double runs. He can't do the double runs anymore.
Correct.
Yeah, son.
But if right now, if I sit down in Ten Hag seat, I sit down in Ten Hag bedroom right now and I planning who I going to start weekend, there's the two I going to start one time. Me don't care how fit Amrabat is, he now reach.
Yeah,
Man, put on your boot, you're sweating. Saturday morning, you're sweating. Let him know from all now he's sweating.
yeah, the ground running.
All right.
Yeah, let him know he's sweating from all now because you see our defense, we have no defenders, you know.
No.
I don't count Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire as defenders. They come like we just have two spaces in the back.
We will keep the discussion of Johnny Evans and his friend Harry for Sunday. So all those who care about Johnny Evans and his friend
I want to
Harry,
say,
Hold on. If I was forced to say the Vikings name, you need to say his friend's name.
man say 2023, Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans. If we two stoppers, I said that wasn't my choices.
no.
Yeah, boy. Imagine that we going to the dogs, boy. We ready in Newcastle. Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire really defenders.
The worst part about that was when I saw him warming up. I don't think I've ever heard a bar of United fans groan so much in my life.
That was
and I know that was universal as well too.
Devin, I watching the man run on the sideline and say, but wait, we had nobody else, boy. It had nobody else there. It had nobody else.
You know what the worst part about it was too? Like the bartenders there, like because the Arsenal fans celebrated like they scored, and you see the bartenders number ringing the bell like somebody scored because of how loud they were cheering for that. And I said, oh Lord.
Yes, we will keep this energy.
Yeah, we can keep this for Sunday because I got a lot to say about this topic.
Yeah, keep that for Sunday. I have plenty to say too. I read jokes about it. That whole Evans, sorry, Maguire thing. I read jokes about it.
We will jump forward to the last thing on today. Memes of the week.
Oh Lord.
And
Dalo.
we have a few gems, a few nice things going on, so we will start obviously with this.
It's true.
It is very, very true.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about Chelsea again. The
good thing is at least somebody underperforming more than us, so we ain't looking that bad.
Yeah, but the right under yeah.
Yeah. For now, like we need to win weekend or else we're gonna be under them. Like
Yeah.
Now again, we have all been here in one form or the next. But if you have a friend who's from Chelsea, and you find the car moving a little quick, buckle up. Because he may be a little bit
I love Habib. I love he.
he may want to, delete his life or something. You can never know. But coming back to Manchester,
Who's that, Hans Buller?
Yeah. Coming back to Manchester, it is never easy. Not selling the club. Last minute lost to Arsenal. 10 main players out injured.
I am
Bro,
surprised
bro,
I still
I
have as
had
many black
one.
hairs in my head as I do, to be very honest, being a United fan.
Bro, Robert, I
Like
had one. I've excellent get time to
why
sell
was
it
it
for
on
you,
that?
boy. I had one. I've excellent get time to sell it for you, boy. The one with, yeah, I never want to see the one with Stewie. You know, I want to Stewie and he just
Yeah,
turn
you
it
go
and
in
turn
bed
around
and
and cry. Yeah. I see that one and then just show you all the problems we have right now and just
You see the one with
time to, time to go to
you see the
bed.
one Grand Theft Auto. You see the Grand Theft Auto remake with Harry Maguire and Rashford. This
Nah, I
one,
see that one.
like I said it to you guys, man.
That one I sent in the chat today.
it had a few of them that were sent out today. So
It with
Robert,
that.
I don't know if it's too late to play this here, but up to you. Or let me see if I could download it onto my laptop quickly.
That one I sent.
I got one that I want to put in real quick.
That one with that man skating on an apron, wash wear, things, on a helmet and jacket, all while he's skating, and end up a motorbike riding out. That cut back here. I remember the man. They said that was sliding.
This one is crazy though.
always worried. We are always worried. Always.
That is the sad thing about us right now. I tell you, we see Arsenal. Arsenal fans always worried. Right now, we always worried.
And now this one, we will know that this means something to us. This means something to us.
Yes.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Wherever they are,
We need
to
you.
come back. Because for every fan that knows.
No, I saw an article come out this morning where they said they're keeping in contact with the Glazers, you know.
But
they haven't changed their mind because they rejected the bid, you know. So that, you know, but right now the way how things going, they might change their mind about buying the club because
no. Wait, Jonathan, we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about these dons right here.
Yeah,
these fans who know.
Yeah, these guys who know.
And the fans who don't know only started following the club about 5 years ago.
We need to see them too. Back in the
because when these guys used to be behind Sir Alex, we didn't lose.
I don't think we ever lost. And no, they also had to be shown on TV. Whenever they were shown on TV, we won. Which was every match.
Oh, yes. Oh, you're right. I don't remember that.
I could try to find
that old school karma boy. Oh, yeah, that was the old school Lucky Charm.
Yes.
You tried to see them big turban.
Yeah. That was the old school Lucky Charm. Yeah.
You knew what was coming. Yeah.
All right, let me know when you guys are ready to watch this here. It's a Grand Theft Auto remake that I found funny. So hold on a second.
No.
That was it there.
Oh yeah. Hey.
They really do that in Frankton House, boy. Only real GTA fans gonna know what is that.
Franklin, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Hey.
Go away, Mama Loca Boo Boo Day. Shut your mouth, go away, Mama Loca Boo Boo Day.
And last but not least, the top shot blue man. For everyone who knows, I mean, I know we have a lot of fans of the segment. We have so many fans, but For you who don't know, the top shutter and the boo boo is what we big up our
Mm-hmm.
great top shutters. Those
I was waiting
individuals
for the segment from the start. I waiting
Oh,
to wet
I
it.
got a good one.
who
I
has
got a good
the
one for
best
this week.
weeks. Everything is great. Everything is wonderful. And the boo boo is that person, that team, that player where everything goes wrong. You mash dog poo in the road, in your home, in the kitchen. You open the fridge, there's no food. Your wife gone, your husband gone, the kids going mad.
Well, we know Harry have the record for the most boo-boos on this show. We know
Well,
that.
and don't worry, yes, we would this year
But
we are going
today,
to
he
have
ain't getting any
our
boo today.
no,
No, you
but
can't.
this year we will have to have our first official Top Shutter and Boo of the Year awards. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try and have it this year. We are gonna do this year. We are gonna do this year. We are because we have been saying this for too long. For too long, we have been saying this, and I think this is the year we are gonna put it in place, right?
We
So
should have
people
done that
know.
last year. We done well.
Yeah,
Then
we
it
should
was
have.
too obvious last year. This year will
Yeah,
be right now. It's a real boo boo, so it
No,
competitive.
we can't do that on this show. You got to give us time to come with nominees and everything as well for that one.
exactly.
And
We're
we
gonna
got to
go
pick
to
up the
nominees, and
contestants.
we will have a full show that is only about that. You know what I mean? So we will put things in place, and I expect everybody to come out dressed in their best. Because if you don't, you will be boo boo of the week.
Yeah.
You know?
I
So
I expect black tie and everything. So
exactly, we have to go top hat. I mean, I already have mine.
Uh,
That's what I already have mine. I already have
That
mine.
is a
let me
birthday
go and
cake.
get mine. I will be right back.
Why you have a birthday cake on your head?
This is my hat. This is my hat. This is true. I am very ready. I'm very, very ready for this thing. I'm very ready.
uh, uh,
So I don't know who wants to go first on this. You know
Me,
what?
me.
Johnson, yes, you go.
Pick me, teacher. Pick me,
All
pick
right.
me.
Well, you go first, man. You go first.
The top shutter of the week right now for me, because we didn't really have a good week. It had to be Hoyland for me, because watching what Martial did for most of the game, watching what Anthony did for most of the game, and watching what for this 20-year-old come on and doing like 20 something minutes. Nah, he's the boss. I can't wait to see him start next game. I really can't. That had to be the top shutter for this week. And the boo boo for the week, in my opinion, it's close enough, but I'll have to give it to Eric Ten Hag.
Okay.
That's my boo boo of the week. I don't want to go further because the show done. Because you know I could talk hours about it right now. Only go ahead.
Sunday, you come up on
All
Sunday.
right.
Mark, top shutter, and your
I'll go with my boo boo first. Two men,
right.
Eric Ten Hag and James Sancho.
Right.
For airing the dirty linens in public.
Mm,
Yeah, son. It could have handled better than that.
right.
Yeah, son. So two of them are to take it. Ten Hag got to take it for answering a question.
Mm-hmm.
And Sancho.
But Mark, you know say the man just answered. You was backing up the man just now. You don't say he just answered a question. Now you boo booing the man. See
No,
all the see all the dangerous.
yeah, why? Right? He answered a question, so I can't just get Sancho to make it look like I against Sancho.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them could have, I
Right.
bet that because he should have lied. Right? He should have said something
You're right.
like that. He should have lied.
Because I sure Mark, you as a coach, you ain't going out there and talk to the media and talk your own players. You ain't doing that.
Yeah, but he should have lied. Should have lied.
You're right.
And Sancho, come on, go to the coach and say, hey, let's sit down and let's cast it out.
Yeah, I gotta let them some cost. That's all.
These youngsters, the social media zombies,
Mm-hmm.
I don't go on social media one time. Don't believe behind.
Yeah.
I good week. You understand? And the top shutter, boy, it's a little toughish. But I gotta get Man City for putting out results after results.
Was going good, you know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I know.
I gotta get them So pulling out results after results, no matter what, because they ain't gonna call them Varsity United or Manchester City. Yeah, sir. Because come on, the other guy, they score totally offside goal. Even highlight, the man was offside. Sorry,
No, I mean, they winning convincing, so that didn't really matter. But because they winning convincing, so it don't really matter.
yeah.
Right.
So, am I today?
All right.
Next time, I get to see this, can I lie? Go say the truth, lie.
All right.
Phil.
Oh, Phil. All right.
Nah, let Devin go. I guess you guys going in
That's what I was figuring as well too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
I
So
was
I will
Devin
start.
there.
I will start with my boo boo man first. My boo boo men for today is Newcastle
Right.
United.
Newcastle?
Anybody saw what Brighton did to them this past weekend?
Yeah.
Brighton
Embarrassment.
Munich, man.
I don't even care. I was focused that we lost our game in 2 minutes. I don't care what happened to them.
Boy.
I don't care if we get relegated. I don't care.
They get this man, Phil.
Well, no. Well, I was watching because of fantasy. So
Yeah.
anyway, what I saw from that game, Brighton, and we have to play them next, and they came out with so they came out all guns blazing.
But Brighton play we had last year too.
All the talk that they had coming, let an 18-year-old come over there and mash them up with a hat trick.
Yeah.
Evan Ferguson, give him a good bush bath for real. And my top shotter for this week is none other than the big man himself, Raheem Cornwall.
Cricket, yeah.
100, yeah. The cricket he talking about, the fat man from Barbados.
So, yes, so
They playing right now. They're actually playing right now, by the way.
Raheem Cornwall playing for the Barbados Royals at Kensington Oval. When the team
They're playing right
conceded,
now.
when the team conceded 220 and it looked inconceivable to catch him, man came out, bomb, bat drop, century, first century in CPL T20, and he earned his honorary Bajan citizenship. So gotta give all the big ups now to the big man himself.
Now, but Devin, he kind of had to do. His first few games were deplorable, so he kind of had to recover.
Yeah,
There's some talk of kind of saying, but he not fit and all kind of things. So he gave them the perfect response.
What better place to do it than Kensington Oval while playing for the
Yeah,
Barbados Royals?
yeah. No, I thought he would score more. You know, I was waiting for the game where because I mean it was home in Barbados. So I was waiting for him to get on ball. I said, but like this man, he going through this year, boy. Then boom, 100. I say, yeah, boy.
I said this before. I said Barbados Royals moving real like Manchester United, only signing him for the marketing thing to say we got a big man on our team. And then he went out and did that, and I said, all right, cool.
I know you're talking about the man.
The real waste he done, boy. The real waste him down for the first few games.
The thing about that now is he's shown what he could do, so we expect that rematch.
Nah, he shut them up there. He shut them up there. He didn't have to go and tweet nothing. He just answered them with that.
They said I just run in between wickets there.
Jaden Sancho, take note how you respond.
Yeah, that's how you respond as an athlete.
Yeah.
Phil.
Yeah, my boo-boo man for the week. Because the transfer window just closed. Was it last week Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, Friday plus 7 days is still a week, so.
Saudi transfer window closing tomorrow, though. So Salah could still go.
True. Fair enough.
That was probably already his boo-boo man, based on what he
No. That wasn't my boo-boo man. My boo-boo man is actually Joe Paulinho.
Well, that wasn't his fault.
Doesn't matter.
That was not his fault.
Still doesn't matter. Joe Paulinho was twerking and posing for Bayern Munich, and all of a sudden, boom, you're back at Fulham. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anybody here remember Peter Odemwingie?
Yeah, remember Peter Odemwingie. I would rather go and twerk for another club until those two clubs agree a fee. Then I will go and discuss wages and salary, and I will go and sign shirts and speak to the media. But sorry. And then my top shotter definitely has to go to two people. New captain of Spurs, Son, and Evan Ferguson for sure. Those are my two top shotters of the week. Definitely put on
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough.
a graceful display for both of their respective clubs, and yeah, that's how I see it. So, top shotters of the week: Evan Ferguson and Heung-min Son.
All right.
All right.
Well, I will give mine. I have one top shotter. I'll have to give it up to TKR. I mean, I don't watch cricket. I don't. To me, cricket is only good to lime and have a good time, But while we were getting beat, TKR were actually winning
Yeah,
again.
yes, bro.
So
They come on win.
So even though our team got beat, at least I could say, I came out of home, I went to a bar, I saw the game, and at least somebody won. And what I mean? So,
Robert, that's the same exact thing I say, dog. Like, I was watching the cricket first, then I say, oh God, I'm a pony football. I get so upset. I put back on the cricket, and them was looking like they go and lost. I don't say, oh God, two of them go and lost now.
Cricket.
I know, they come back and win. I say, yeah, boy, at least somebody win. That is the same thing I say. At least somebody win.
Right now playing.
yeah.
What time did cricket start?
It started already.
It started already. It started 7.
Man don't
Yeah.
get
Yeah, TKR is 45 for 1 with 5.3 overs gone.
yeah.
Yeah, plenty of us, boy.
I
But
might go and entertain. I might go and entertain somebody on that now.
We playing Barbados.
Yeah.
We playing Devon and Big Phil's squad. So all a good luck. Let me see you. Let the best man win.
I care nothing about cricket, big man. You can win, I can win. I don't give a shit, big man. Whatever happens.
They're playing lost ball with here because the umpires and I'm looking for a new ball here.
I have to say,
I'm now get for lost ball.
and I mean, my boo-boo obviously is my club.
Yeah,
My club.
You really go and get the whole club, boy, Robert boy?
Right.
All from hell? Nah.
Because I mean,
You can't get the whole club, dog. You can't get the whole club.
why?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, and yes, he will.
What?
Yeah.
Why you wicked?
No.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. And I'll expand on this on Sunday. But the main reason that we ended this game with a 55-year-old Johnny Evans, right? And this Brooklyn fridge named Harry Maguire in our back too. How?
Obia.
How?
Yeah.
That to me,
Nah, you know when Robert get vexed, he just say, how? That
Yeah,
when you be upset. How?
So I
I
mean,
think
but
the
I will go into more details on Sunday. But that to me is
Yeah, that Johnny Evans Maguire, we had to talk about that Sunday because I have a real thing to talk about. Trust me, we want a real ball.
I mean. So that is my boo-boo is obviously my club. Which is
Obia witchcraft. Somebody Obia man was smiling this weekend. Yeah.
But thank you again for everyone for tuning in today. Thank you again for everyone in the comments, Martin, Philip, Greg, to
Hey, we're going to the cup.
Paul Williams, Joshua Rollins.
Deluded Greg B.
Yeah. Is that what I mean now?
Jonathan coming through on the late. Thank you very much. Mark Lewis, thanks for coming through. Phil, thank you very much.
Money.
Mr. International.
So,
Always. Thank you for coming through. And as Chad always says, Red Devils,
we don't die.
We just want Johnny Evans and Maguire to
Just play shit. That's all we do.
I wanted to end it on mine, but there we go with that.
Oh gosh. Good night, everybody.
Mark, yeah, boy, I go on there, boy. I go on.
Support the United Hour. Click that like button and subscribe.